Hello guys! Isa na naman pong mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat, especially po sa mga nanonood nitong video na to. We are in a continuation of our complete guide to stock market investing series, and we are already on part 2. So we will be discussing about stock market analysis, which is categorized into fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentiment analysis. For the fundamental analysis, we usually look at the financial statements of the company, which refers to the income statement, balance sheets, and the sales revenue. For the technical analysis naman, we look at the chart, the historical data of the prices, and we use different technical tools to determine kung kailan tayo papasok in the market. And for sentiment analysis, we usually look at the news of a particular stock or a company. Then we evaluate whether this news is bad or good for the company. Fundamental analysis is further classified into two, that is quantitative analysis and qualitative analysis. For the quantitative analysis, here we analyze the financial statements of the company. Those I have said earlier. Then for the qualitative analysis naman, we look at the company management and what is the business model and so on. So for qualitative analysis, it does not necessarily result to any numerical figures, unlike the quantitative analysis wherein we will get exact data. So in this video, I will just focus on what is PE ratio and what is PB ratio. So other factors to consider in the qualitative analysis, we will discuss in other videos na lang. Kasi this PE and PB ratio are very important for us to really identify whether a stock is already undervalued or overvalued. So if we get a clear understanding of what PE and PB ratio is, then we will have the confidence to invest in the stock market. So PE ratio refers to price to earnings per share ratio. So in equation, PE ratio is equal to price divided by earnings per share. So the earnings referred here is the annual earnings of the company. And the share refers to the total outstanding share of the company. PB ratio naman, on the other hand, refers to price to book value per share. So book value is equal to the total asset of the company minus the total liability. So once you get the book value, divide mo sa outstanding shares ng company, then you will get the PB ratio. So PE and PB ratio are valuation measures we use to determine whether the current price of a stock is undervalued, fairly valued, or overvalued. Kasi guys, the actual or the current price of a stock does not necessarily indicate the actual worth of the company or yung tinatawag nating intrinsic value. If the current price is much lower than the intrinsic value, that means it is undervalued. But if it is way above if the current price is way above the intrinsic value, that means it is overpriced. So magkakaroon ka ngayon ng comparison. At at magkakaroon ka din ng basis kung mura or mahal ba yung isang stock. PE ratio, why is it important? Where to find and how to calculate. So, yun nga, PE ratio will give us an understanding of what the intrinsic value of a company is. Then, ganon din yung PB ratio. It will give us an idea of what is the intrinsic value of the company. Tapos, where to find it, I will show you later. And how to calculate, I already have explained to you. Okay guys, this is an example of how you should analyze a particular set of stocks. We have here different stocks, BDO, BPI, MBT, SECB, which belongs to the financial sector. Their current price is written here. Their EPS is here. Their PE ratio based on 2019 year end is these values. The book value per share, we have it here. And the PB ratio based on 2019 year end is this value. So the tricky part lang in analyzing PE and PB ratio, guys, is that you have to analyze it per sector. If you analyze stocks on the financial sector, make sure na walang ibang stocks dyan or company na hindi related sa financial sector. Where you will find this sector? Paano mo malalaman ngayon kung sa anong sector ang isang kumpanya? So, just type pse.com.ph. In their website, you just type any company you would like to know, like BDO, which is already here. And check their profile. And you will see here, sector, it belongs to the financial sector. So in our equation, so PE ratio, this value here is equal to the price divided by the earnings per share. Okay, before we go that, saan natin kinuha itong mga values na to? Itong EPS, PE, BVPS, and PB. Okay, just go to your broker and look on their research menu and you will see the financial valuation of the company. So for example, for me, I have taken this from my brokerage. So for BDO, you will see here the earnings per share on what year? Okay, from 2015 to 2019. Then we also have book value per share for the same year. And it's also mentioned here, price to earnings and price to book value. And a lot of other information which are helpful in analyzing the fundamentals of a company. So, but this is our focus for now. So these figures here from EPS to PB ratio is taken on that statement which I have showed you. So at the end of 2019, the PE value for BDO is 15.75, 15.78 rather. For BPI, it's 13.75 and so on and so forth. For PV value naman, 1.88 for BDO and so on. So you might be confused, ano? Kasi ang formula natin ng PE is price divided by the EPS. But if you divide the price by EPS, it will not get the correct answer. 100 divided by 10 should be 10, right? Okay, but you have to remember that this is the current price. Okay guys, so this is the current price based on the last closing price yesterday. April 21, 2020. So, and this is a PE ratio at the end of 2019. So to compute this, we have to get the price, the year-end price of this stock. So when we get the year-end price of this stock, we will get this value. So if we will compute, so you just multiply 10 by 15, that is 157.8. And that is the year-end price of BDO at the end of 2019. So we will look at, pinakita ko lang siya guys para at least magkaroon kayo ng idea on how to compute the PE and PB. So now, we will look at the current PE and PB value of these stocks as per yesterday. As of April 21, 2020, the current price are this. So 100.6, 60 for BPI, 38.95 for MBT, and 104 for Security Bank. So the PE ratio are now these values. So 10 for BDO, for BPI 9.39, MBT 6.24, and 7.76 for Security Bank. So PV values we have it here. So just remember that PE is equal to the current price divided by the earnings per share. So yung earnings per share naman at saka book value per share, hindi na kayo mahihirapan eh. Dahil it is already given in the financial statements of the company. So you just divide the current price to its EPS to get the PE. So, and you just divide the current price to BVPS and you will get the PB. So it is as easy as like that. So what does these figures, this numerical data means to us? Okay, it only means that the lower the PE and PB ratio is, the better, the cheaper. So here in our example, MBT has 6.24 PE and 0.56 PB, which is the lower among other stocks in this sector. So that means we can say that that MBT is cheaper than the other stocks mentioned here. So it is the cheapest among these four. Next to MBT is Security Bank, which has PE 7.76 and PV 0.66. Then next to Security Bank is 9.39. Next to Security Bank is BPI, which has PE of 9.39 and PB of 1.0. So this is how you determine whether a stock price is cheaper or expensive relative to the other stocks across its sectors. So as a general rule, the lower the PE and PB ratio is, the better and the cheaper the stock is. And a rule of thumb most widely used in the stock market is that when the PE ratio of a company is less than 10, that means the stock is underpriced. Ngayon, since we are in a global pandemic of coronavirus, most of our stocks are undervalued. This is actually the right time for us to monitor the prices of the stocks, because if the stock price gets even lower, so that's the time for us to buy, because all of or most of our stocks are undervalued at this time. But if it is around 15, the PE value is around 15, that is fairly valued. If it is more than 20, then that is already overvalued. And if it is more than 30, that is extremely overvalued. So I hope this illustration and this example is clear. And I'm planning to give you more example in the coming videos. So just please watch more of fundamental analysis video to reinforce whatever knowledge you have. Because if you keep on chasing for knowledge, then definitely the earnings will just follow. But if you are, the profit will just follow. But if you are chasing for profit, it comes with losses also without the right knowledge. So better to chase for knowledge than just for profit. Guys, if you like this video, just please share your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below para mas makagawa pa tayo ng maraming informative video na makakatulong sa ating mga kababayan. And if there are any mistakes in this slide, just let me know para makorek po natin. And remember, sharing is caring. If this video helps you and you think it will most likely help other investors as well, please share this video to help them. Okay, what to expect in the next video? I will be making more examples like what we have, what we did here. So more of these examples pa para mas maintindihan talaga natin yung halaga ng PE and PB ratio. And paano talaga natin ma-determine whether current stock prices are cheaper at his current price. Okay, so before I end this slide, guys, let me just share with you Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. It says here, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This message is very timely, especially now that everyone is struggling against this pandemic, this coronavirus pandemic. But let us all assure that we have a sovereign God who is in control of every situation that we have. And there's no reason for us to panic or to worry because He is fighting this battle with us. He will never forsake us and He will never leave us. Just remember, do not be anxious and present your request to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard our hearts through Christ Jesus. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.